What is up, YouTube? Jonny B here again today, and we are here with a base model Ford Fiesta SE. You guys can see from this lovely badge. And we are doing something very special to it. We are gonna try to convert it to an ST. And yes, I know it sounds like a lot of work, but it's not really that much work. So I'm gonna show you the main differences. All right, so now we're here in the interior. What is the main thing we don't like about this interior that we want to upgrade to the ST? First of all, it's an automatic, and not the good kind of automatic, not a dual clutch, not a paddle shifting automatic, nothing. This is literally just a, not even a Prindle, it's a Prinds, whatever that is. So to shift, you literally can't do anything. You just have to put it in drive and just let the computer shift for you. That's just terrible. Another thing that we don't like is the entertainment system. So this has all kinds of buttons that I don't even know what they are. It kind of looks like it has a phone here, but look at the little tiny screen. Like, it's the size of a fist. Like, what is that? Like a 3-inch screen? My phone screen is bigger than that. Watch, let me pull out my iPhone 7 real quick. Look at that. It just completely covers that up. Garbage. So you can't really even see anything from that. Another thing I don't like are the seats. You look at the seats, yeah, it's a daily commuter car, it's a normal car, you know, you don't really need nothing too fancy, but they're just your basic seats, like nothing cool about them. And then the steering wheel, obviously, I'm guessing it's pretty much the same as the ST, except for it doesn't have the logo here. So those are like the little main features on the inside that I would like to have different. And as you know, some STs actually come with Recaros, so having the Recaros in here would be so much nicer than having these generic Ford seats. That's pretty much it for the interior. Let me show you guys the engine. All right, so we are here with the engine. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's mostly plastic. Most of the new engines are. This little intake manifold here is pretty much like little tiny piping. It's missing a turbo back there, obviously, because the STs come with a turbo, so we would need to get a turbo for that. And it's missing the engine cover, so I'm pretty sure the STs have an engine cover, a nice one to be exact. But other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. So now let's go switch out the emblem. All right, so the first step to converting our car to an ST is removing this ugly badge that says SE. Or if you have the even lower model, which is the S, you want to remove that one too. So what I'm doing here is I took a bit of dental floss and I'm just kind of like going back and forth. Oh, this one broke. And it's probably one of the safer ways to remove these, because you can use like a cutoff blade, but that'll be a little bit sketchy because you can scratch your paint. So now after that, you just gotta pull off the double-sided tape, whatever is left of it at least, right? You're gonna a random microfiber with some thinner. Putting some on here, and then wiping this down till it comes off. There you go, and then I'm taking my chamois with some water to neutralize the thinner. And there it is, nice and clean. Let it dry a little bit. And now let's get the ST badge. All right, so now that it's nice and clean, obviously with the thinner and wiped down, perfectly clean. Now you're gonna take your ST emblem and try to match it where it should go. So I saw on an actual ST that it's about 1 inch from this little piece here. So that should look good right there. You just double-sided tape it on, and if you buy it brand new, it'll already come with double-sided tape. If you're getting it off another part, you have to replace the double-sided tape. There we are. Now it's an ST. Now let's see what this changed. Let's go into the interior. Okay, so now we are in the interior. What all changed? First of all, the keys changed. Now it's like a key fob, so it has a push start button. That's awesome. The navigation system is now super nice. We don't have, well, actually the other one, whoop, turned it on. Look at that. Now it's a much bigger screen. So we don't even have to worry about that tiny little screen anymore. Look at this. This is probably the best part right here. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gears. Manual transmission. Now we have an actual real transmission that we can control. So that's pretty cool. No more Prindle or Prindles, whatever that is. The seats, look at the seats. These things are gorgeous. They have an ST embroidery on there. They have a Recaro embroidered here on the side. These are like half leather, half like cloth, specifically in like the butt and back area so you don't get sweaty. So that's amazing. These are obviously heated seats, so those buttons didn't even exist on the SE. The steering wheel looks pretty much the same, I'll be honest, but I do realize that this is like a perforated leather, so the other one might not even be leather, so this looks a little bit more high quality, and it has a nice ST logo right here at the bottom, so that definitely looks good. Another thing that I noticed is that the climate controller has a digital screen now, so before the other one didn't have that. So the interior is looking way nicer. Like the Recaros just completely set the car off. The manual transmission is just going to be so much more fun than that transmission that shifts whenever it wants. And sometimes that transmission doesn't even know when it wants to shift. You can step on it, wait like 30 seconds, and then it decides to shift. That's how annoying the original SE transmission is. So this is going to be a lot more fun, obviously. Got a little bit more power, so let me show you why it has a little bit more power. Let's go to the engine. Let's go check that out. Bam! So here's the engine now. Look at this. It looks exactly the same, I'll be honest. The only thing that's obviously different is the actual engine, and the pipe, instead of going down here, it goes up and towards the back, which can only mean that there is a turbo right there in the back somewhere. Can't really see it. It's a little tiny right now at the moment. Gonna have to upgrade it. But this is the main difference of the SE to the ST. Obviously still a 1.6, but this is boosted, and who doesn't like a little bit of boost? This one comes with 197 horsepower, so it comes a significant amount over the stock SE. Obviously that one's not boosted. Obviously we have an intercooler, all the little extra things that come with this, and then we have this nice painted engine cover. And yes, you guys may be asking yourself, wow, what version of the ST is that comes with a red cap over it? We painted it, so just to make it look a lot better. It actually matches the ST red really well, so I think it came out good. You just got to clean up the engine, make it nice and shiny. That way when you open the hood, you know, kind of reminds me of like video games when the hood breaks off, have like a nice red engine bay, or the engine itself is red. It just makes a nice little contrast with the whole engine. It just stands out and lets you know, hey, this is the engine. It looks so good. So if we were to go to a meet, you know, that would kind of stand out over all the stock STs. All right, guys, so that's how you turn your standard base model SE Fiesta into your high performance model, the ST. You just go buy another one. That's just the plain simple fact. Why waste all that time and effort making a car that's already made, already comes made? Just to give you guys a reason why it's better is that we bought this car for $4,000, super cheap. We would have spent more than $4,000 to put into the base model SE to make it look like this, and it wouldn't be worth nearly as much because it would be a fake. So moral of the story, just get the car you want. If you want an Evo, don't buy a regular Lancer, buy an Evo instead of trying to make it look like an Evo. Don't get an A4 trying to make it look like an S4. Don't get a base model if you want it to look like a certain model when you can just buy that model. Sometimes it's better to just save up, that way you have the actual car and you just skip all the headaches and trouble and not being able to ride. Yeah, it's cool to have, for example, a V6 Mustang and did a Cobra swap on it and it looks like a V6 Mustang. But in my opinion, it's not really worth it, because then the car won't even be worth it either, and you just went through all that trouble. So what we ended up doing is, instead of getting an ST motor, ST body kit, basically putting it on that one, making that one into an ST, it was cheaper to just go buy an ST and be done with it. So since we got it for $4,000, doesn't that make us the cheapest Fiesta ST on the internet? This is a 2014 Ford Fiesta ST, and this is gonna be our new project car. So in case you guys are wondering, hey, Johnny hasn't come up with another car that is on the channel. Johnny hasn't done more videos on the FRS, on the Evo, on the Lexus IS300. It's because some of those project cars are pretty much done. And for example, the IS300 was just meant to be my daily. So I literally just fixed it up, made it my daily, and I'm just dailying that car. The Evo was for a car, you know, to put up for sale. And my FRS, I've pretty much done almost everything I can think of at the moment. I'm kind of happy to where it's at. Don't really want to spend much more money on it at the moment. But now we have an ST, completely stock, no mods whatsoever. Probably gonna transfer some of the mods that we did to the base model Fiesta SE. If you guys have been following the channel, we have 2015 Fiesta SE, the white one. We put some 1552 wheels on it, some rally armor mud flaps, a light bar in the grill, little things here and there just to make it look that much better. But now we have an actual platform where we can actually build power also. So there's so many possibilities with the Fiesta ST. We can go bigger turbo, bigger intercooler, upgrade all kinds of stuff just to make big power. And hopefully it'd be interesting to get this car to 400 wheel horsepower just like my FRS and see, you know, do like a little competition. Not really see which one's better because they're both great, awesome cars that you can get. This is gonna be more of a kind of like rally slash street car, I guess you can say. It's a Fiesta ST. Fiestas are like the #1 rally car right now, at least I think so in my opinion. Ken Block loves his Fiesta ST and a lot of other rally drivers buy them. So stay tuned. If you guys want to continue seeing the mods that are going to happen to this thing, and believe me, mods are going to happen. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, you guys have a great day. Just kidding, guys. You guys thought we would leave you on a cliffhanger like that? We're gonna at least do one mod to it right now that we have, and it's this little Boomba blow-off valve spacer. So the Fiesta ST is really cool. It's already boosted. It's pretty quick. I wouldn't say it's super fast, but it's still really fun to drive. The only thing that you want with a boosted car or a turbo car is you want to hear the blow-off. You want to be obnoxious and do the blow-off in people's faces when their windows are down in their car and just flying by. That's the whole point of having a turbo, to be able to hear all the turbo noises. So this is going to enable us to be able to hear the blow off in full action, and that's what we want. We want to just hear that blow off. So here's a before clip of how it sounds. Which doesn't really sound all that much. You can kind of hear the blow off a little bit, but not as much. So now let's see an after, but first let's install this.